Before Eagle Eyes, I was kind of just thinking that Mitch was just going to stay the way he was for forever and never really move forward. And then we were introduced to Eagle Eyes, and I've seen the progression, not only in him, but in the other students that work with Eagle Eyes. And it shows that these kids want to progress, and they want to grow. And it shows their parents that they can help them progress even farther.
My name is John Armstrong. My wife and I, Jackie, we reside in Sandy, Utah. We have a family of 7. I've got 5 kids.
Being a mom, I think, is unlike any experience. It's the satisfaction of having these children and teaching them how to be in the world.
I think the title that I cherish the most is that of being a dad.
Yeah, I'm Mike Danis. I have me, my wife, and my 4 kids, actually.
My name's Tracy Danis, and I've lived in Utah my whole life. Well, when Angel was a baby, she was just perfect baby. Never cried. Everyone wanted a babysitter because she was just the perfect baby.
You know, you try these little things and try to get them to progress. So we got to points where, she started, you'd hold her hands and she'd be able to walk with you and stuff like that. So, we were getting, doing all our steps and stuff, and it was fun to see her just kind of progress.
My name is Tana Rowe, and I'm married to my husband, John Rowe.
My name is John Rowe. I live here in Layton, Utah. I'm a father of 4 children.
Our second, McKay, was born severely handicapped.
As a child, Mitchell was a spitfire. He was determined, strong-willed. He just was very active and on the go.
That's what made him so much fun, is he was very focused and driven on what he wanted to do. And then, of course, the day of his accident, and that's where, kind of everything changed.
She hit all of her milestones on time. She did them pretty early. It wasn't until she was 20 months that I got the phone call from the geneticist that said that she tested positive for Rett syndrome.
It was kind of a hard thing to accept, knowing that she's not going to progress anymore past of the stage we were doing with the walking. It was more or less, it just stopped, and you kind of lost hope. You kind of felt like, why am I trying? It's not going to do anything for her.
I remember when the doctor called me, she was laying on the floor. She'd just gotten out of the bath, and I was looking at her, and she was just happy and smiling and laughing and playing with her hands. And as soon as he said Rett syndrome, it's like the little girl was a completely different little girl.
I'd gotten the older kids, the 3 older kids, off to school. And as I came up the stairs, I heard the water going in our room. And, sorry. He'd gone from his room to our room and had scooted himself into the bathtub and actually turned it on first, so it was a garden tub that he could just easily turn on the tub. And I think right when I came in the room, he had just given up, because I think what happened is he scooted himself in, he fell in, the hot water was hot, and he was shocked.
I actually arrived before Lifelight, and I remember seeing the helicopter land, and then I remember seeing them rush Mitchell past me.
He was put into a drug-induced coma because his airway, because of the body swelling, the airway can swell up and cause him to stop breathing. It would cut off his airway.
And so I knew we would have a short moment to go in there and see him before that took place. I remember going over and looking at Mitchell and calling him by name, and he turned his head to me, and That was really the last time I saw Mitchell as he was before he, lost a lot of those capacities.
I can somewhat handle what I'm doing today. I'm used to it for one thing. I'm accustomed more to it. I'm learning good support groups, great family help. So when he was younger and he would have that struggle, as a mom, when he was first born, I had a 2-year-old. Matthew could tell me what was wrong. He could tell me if his head was hurting. He could tell me his worries and his cares. And
She doesn't cry. She'll make some noises, but it's kind of like when she's sick, it's kind of the pinch test. We just have to kind of go over her whole body to see if what hurts her and what doesn't hurt her.
It was really hard to go from one day you have this happy, normal, healthy child to kind of basically the death of that child, to getting used to your new child, who you love still the same, but having to get used to that personality. So to not be able to see Mitchell smile was heartbreaking, because you knew that he could smile. But he did, and that's when he does smile now. I appreciate it always.
We got out taking her out, and she did fine. Me, I was looking at everyone, getting angry at everyone for staring, because people would walk past, but they would still be looking.
I think that's something that I'm always dealing with, and Tana's always dealing with, is that we want people to get to know him and to kind of like feel who he is, even though he can't talk.
I think you develop more love for somebody the more you serve them. And obviously with Mitchell, we have so much time and effort vested in his care that the love that you have for them is commensurate with that effort and that time spent.
it will be so hard. An hour later, the conversations that we're having with the kids, the conversations that John and I are having, the love that you feel from family and from friends and the neighborhood and the people that are in McKay's life, that right there, it's irreplaceable. It's something you can't buy. It's something you can't plan. It just comes with it. And so with that being said, as hard as it is, it's that wonderful.
When Eagle Eyes was introduced by our neighbor, I kind of just accepted, okay, well, that's fine, he can do it. There's no downside to it, right? And I just wanted to see if maybe there was something there.
And I started going there and learning how the Eagle Eyes worked. And to see my son be so happy when he's doing it, it's just a joy that you can't describe.
If you have it out there and nobody's really marketing it or getting the word out that this product exists, then there's going to be a whole segment of the population that's not going to be able to experience it. The Opportunity Foundation is taking that the steps to let everybody know that this is an application that could benefit their special needs child.
That's why I love to do it, because it's not just about a machine and having a kid be on a machine. It's about the ultimate goal for these kids of providing them some type of joy in life, not being able to use their bodies.
He's all hooked up, okay, and he's doing it, and he hits this target, and the room erupts with happiness and joy, and right then you think, oh, this is what it's all about.
Also through the Opportunity Foundation, I was pleasantly surprised that I was able to meet other parents of kids with disabilities, and to be able to compare and to know that you're experiencing the same things has been such a great blessing for me, because other people just don't understand
what you go through as a parent of a special needs child. And to be able to sit down with somebody and have them understand has been a great gift, and I'm really grateful for that.
You find a way to touch my heart and say we're not that far apart. You give me strength to climb and tell me I can make it. You touch my